Hey, and what's going on, everyone? This is Zero here, and this is the second time I've recorded this commentary I'm about to record. First time, I don't know what happened in the editing process or what, but for whatever reason, it was just like the first part of the video, and then the second part of the video was the first part of the video again. So we're going to try this again, and hopefully I don't act a fool and mess it all up. So, my critical mass wizard. What is going on with my critical mass wizard? First things first. Before we get going, I'm just gonna change slow time, because I think I actually prefer blood magic weapon overall. Yeah, what's going on with my CM Wiz? Okay, so I have got some new gear for him. Finally got myself a witching hour. It was expensive, and hopefully I'll never have to buy a belt that expensive again. His rings are good. Still looking for better bracers, but you know, that will come with time. Vile wards on the shoulder. Everyone knows the vile ward. It's very good. You pretty much need to have it on critical mass. I did change out the Shantos source for the Taurashas. I just like it better. It performs better with the critical mass, in my experience, that is. So yeah, it's you know, put my DPS up a good bit, and everything's going good. So you know, why don't we take a bit of a run here? And yeah, so the main purpose of today's commentary is the new patch 1.0.7 is, well, people were hoping it was going to come out Tuesday, as in yesterday, but that ended up not happening. And now people are thinking next Tuesday is going to be when it drops. Who knows if it's gonna. I would like to see it next Tuesday. They're doing quite a bit with this patch. Most of it, to be 100% honest, I couldn't care less about. The dueling aspect of it is cool. You know, I understand a lot of people want PvP. Personally, I don't care about PvP. It's probably something I will not play at all, so it really doesn't affect me whatsoever. The changes to Wiz, skills that I don't use as a critical mass wizard, so that doesn't affect me at all. What does affect me, and what interests me very much, is the new rare craftable items. You're gonna have to, I'm sure anyone watching this already knows, you're gonna have to obviously collect recipes. Those are gonna drop on Inferno from certain bosses, and you're gonna have to collect materials, which will drop from any elite mob on Inferno. And you know, it has keeping in line with, say, the keys from the key wardens, you have a greater chance of getting a drop on them the higher up MPs you play. And this stuff is the kicker for me. I think that these items are really going to change the way the auction house works in Diablo 3. Currently, everybody depends on the auction house because, quite frankly, the drop rates in Diablo 3 are garbage. They're absolutely terrible. Even if you do get a really good legendary, chances are it's gonna roll really bad, and it's gonna be basically a throwaway. And furthermore, the chances of you getting a legendary drop of, let's use something that I need as a critical mass wizard as an example. The chances of me getting a, say, best in slot Taurash's Allegiance amulet from a drop are like, I don't know, like 1 billion to 1. It's not gonna happen. And if it did happen, I mean, I'd be happy as a pig in shit, no doubt. But it's not gonna happen. The drop rates aren't good enough for that to happen. If you want really fantastic drop rates, obviously you have to go on to MP10, and then you got to think about how much time does it take to farm in MP10. Does it even make it worth doing? Right? So I think that these items that are craftable, because Blizzard's saying that if you get good rolls on them, they're going to be some best in slot gear. So if this stuff is best in slot gear, not to mention the fact that you can choose the primary statistics. So for my wizard, for instance, I would obviously choose intelligence as my primary statistic, ensuring that I at least get my primary stat on the roll. This is just like the Hellfire Ring works. So if you're getting some decent to great to best in slot gear out of this craftable stuff, all of a sudden that takes a lot of reliance and dependency off of the auction house. Because currently, to get all the best in slot stuff, most of us, the majority of Diablo 3 players, are stuck grinding out, collecting legendaries that for the most part we can't use, selling them on the auction house to make gold in order to have enough gold to buy some ridiculously overpriced item. And I mean, that can really deter people from wanting to continue playing, which, if people don't want to continue playing Diablo, then the game itself suffers, right? I mean, obviously the auction house is always going to be viable. There's no doubt about that. That being said, all of a sudden with these new craftable items, the auction house becomes less viable. It's always going to be viable. There's always going to be phenomenal gear on there. There's no doubt about that. But what I'm hoping is that these new items, because people will be less dependent on getting really good gear off the auction house, we should see a downturn in the prices of stuff in the auction house. That's my hope anyway. Hopefully that's what happens. If it doesn't happen, I'm gonna be a little disappointed. I'm not sure if people will still hold out to try and get these ridiculous amounts of gold out of the stuff they're trying to sell. It's a step in the right direction though, regardless of whether or not that does occur, because currently crafting items is pretty much useless. And I'm gonna switch over to my barb now, show off my fancy barb. He's so bad. Sorry I said that. So yeah, crafting is really useless in this game, and it would be nice to actually be able to craft something that's good for a change. Personally, I don't have the ability to make anything legendary. I've never been lucky enough to get a drop of any of those crafting recipes, and a lot of people are in the same boat. You don't get them. So you don't really have the opportunity to try and craft anything better than something that's just rare. That's you know what? To be perfectly honest, I'm such a Diablo noob. I'm not 100% sure there even is legendary crafting recipes. I've never seen one, so I just assume that there is. Someone's probably gonna pop on and be like, "Man, you don't know fuck about Diablo. There ain't none of that." Whatever, it doesn't matter. Oh, jeez, that's embarrassing. Just not paying. I'm talking and I'm not paying attention. That normally would never occur. Just got done 2 seconds ago saying, "Oh man, my Bob is so badass," and then I got killed. Way to go, Zero. Way to go. I actually just put this two-handed weapon on him, and I'm really just seeing if it's worth the go. It really ups my DPS quite a bit, so I'm hoping it works out. I was dual wielding before this, so yeah, that's basically it. Those are my thoughts on the new patch. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I should touch on with the new patch. What else is going on with the new patch? I think that's basically it. That's basically the only thing I'm excited for in the patch, is these new craftable items. Yeah, I haven't even crafted a Hellfire Ring yet, though, mind you. So I have an Infernal Machine. I just haven't done the runs yet. I'm waiting until I have enough materials to make 3 Infernal Machines, and then just do them all at once with some buddies on some high MPs, and go from there. Should be fun. Yeah. See, that was a mistake. That death. Let's just pretend it didn't happen. My Bob don't die. What are you talking about? He's badass. He really is, actually. He's doing work now. This guy keeps running away from me, though. So yeah, I'm excited for the new patch. Sure, lots of other people are excited for the new patch. I think it's a step in the right direction. We really need to take away the dependency that all of us have on the auction house. It really turns the game into nothing more than a grind, and that can get, as I'm sure everyone knows, pretty boring at times. Nobody wants to just sit there and grind for hundreds and hundreds of hours, hoping and praying to get some sort of great legendary with a good roll. So this should help. Should help alleviate things. The dependency, again, the dependency on the auction house. I know I keep saying it, but it's true. I mean, that's what all of Diablo 3 pretty much revolves around, is the auction house. And do you have enough gold to buy the things you need? And that shouldn't be the way an RPG works. So, I mean, am I still having fun with the game? Yes. I know a lot of people, especially D2 fans, aren't enjoying the game at all and don't even play the game. But personally, I was never crazy into Diablo 2. Never really played it very much. So this is pretty fresh kind of gameplay for me. And maybe that has a lot to do with why I'm having fun with it, but there are definitely changes in the works. Hopefully they're moving things in the right direction to make this game really much better than it is. Fun as it may be when you're playing with your friends, when you're playing alone, it can still really feel tedious. And now with these new items, we'll all have something more to work towards, rather than just, oh, let's grind, let's buy stuff on the auction house, let's grind and farm for keys and do the Uber runs over and over and over again until I get the most badass, crazy Hellfire ring ever. That's basically what we all play for right now. And although it can be fun with friends, again, solo, it becomes a grind, it becomes tedious, and we don't want it to stay that way, obviously. So, that being said, let me just finish these guys off here. Damn arcane turrets. Don't kill me, arcane turret. Don't do it. Thank you. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna open... Oh, hello, goblin. When do you ever get anything good from a goblin? Someone tell me, please. How often do you ever get anything good? I'll tell you how often. Never. You never get anything good from them. Everyone always, when you're playing in public games or with friends, everyone's like, Goblin! And they all rush the goblin like crazy. Gotta get the goblin! He's gonna drop the best shit ever! And then he drops nothing good. You're lucky if you get a couple of gems and a tome of secrets. Okay, yeah. So let's go in here, and actually we're gonna back out. So no, I'm just gonna pop this up. So yeah, I'm always looking for people to play with as well, guys. So if you're watching this and you're looking for people to play with more than you already have, you can drop me a friend request, ZeroCool, all capitals, number 1853. Please mention in the friend request that you got the name from YouTube, or I will decline your request. Hope you enjoyed the video. I know we're all looking forward to 1.0.7. Hopefully it's a move in the right direction. Have a good day, and later.